Hey guys, so it's been one of those days, so probably time for, I don't know, another little rant. So what do we talk about? Let's talk about some of the court statements. I was accused of child abuse, accused of sexual abuse, accused of domestic abuse, accused of economic abuse, coercion and control, and pretty much everything in the world from 2016, which conveniently enough happened to be the same year I started my TRT, which doesn't do anything but make you more of yourself, which, as everyone who knows me knows, I'm not that sort of human being, but I did grow up in that. It was interesting. I went through beatings from, I don't know, about age 7 till about, I don't know, age 12 or something like that. By a grown man, etc. All the rest of it. Punched, coming home, scared, having myself beaten to the point where I would urinate. Yes, that's what I said, urinate, and all the rest of it. Isn't it fun, though, that they used everything in my life against me? Now, from what I understand, it's probably a standard by child social services and various nasty, manipulative women who like to do that to bully the men out of the relationship because they don't like the fact that it isn't going the way they want it. But it's funny considering I never had that sort of relationship. Our children were, well, they were brought up right. They were intelligent. They were well mannered. They behaved well. They did really good in school. Um, did they fight here and there with each other? Yeah, like most siblings do. Was I brought up in that way? Well, me and my brother are very different ages, so he didn't see a lot of what I went through. Lucky enough, I had my granddad. So it kind of stopped me from being a twisted, manipulative adult when I grew up. I swore I'd never have that sort of thing in my own home, and I didn't. In fact, the only time when we'd moved to Acre Court, me and Sarah Jane were arguing that my eldest son burst into tears because we were shouting at each other. We weren't shouting about anything other than other people's involvement in our life where they'd cause an argument because I was accused of doing something I didn't. Isn't it funny? Yeah, I was supposed to be taking the mickey out of someone's gym and all the rest of it when I had no idea what had gone on. In fact, what had happened is my daughter had gone off and gone to the gym and gone in to train without me knowing anything about it. And suddenly, out of nowhere, after her asking someone who's supposed to be family, as far as their statement concerned, um, apparently I got, both barrels about it all. I knew absolutely nothing about it at all. I explained this to Sarah Jane. I said, I have no idea what it's all about. I don't even know what's going on. What's going on? Why am I getting this? So then we ended up having another argument about that because Sarah Jane, rather than back me, because apparently knowing that I hadn't done it, instead she chose to back her Confederate statement writer, who is, to be fair, nothing but a manipulative, nasty, toxic person. From what I can tell, I don't really like her. I never really hung out with her. Her other half was my mate, and apparently that was a waste of my time as well. Turns out nothing but a bully, really. I suppose we all have our flaws. Mine is I like Jaffa cakes and waking up in the middle of the night and eating crisps if I got some, or ice pops, to be fair. But no, I mean, I'm making light of it, but it's not as it's sadistic. But what else am I supposed to do? Not be myself. Do I have levels of frustration when people do? We stub your toe like, oh, yeah, we do. Does it control my life? No. I became a dad and I stopped silly things. Did I have the occasional weekend out with the lads or whatever here and there? Yeah, I did. Did Sarah Jane do the same thing? Yeah. Did she arrange it without telling me and then be shocked? And I'm like, well, if you've already arranged it, why are you just saying, can you go do this if you already arranged it? It's no point. It's kind of redundant. Why just tell me that's what you're going to do? Why lie? Turns out now that she's been made to be an even bigger liar and made to commit child abuse backed by child social services and, basically character defamation of me, rip my life apart and everything I've done because apparently I was doing nothing but tell her the truth. How dare I be an honest husband? I mean, that's just ridiculous in this day and age, isn't it? Or isn't that what most of us really do nowadays? And a lot of us just get the brunt of what used to happen. I grew up in the 80s. The 80s was a war zone for domestic abuse and things like that. Suddenly out of nowhere, there's a bandwagon people jump on. Well, no, because, your other half said don't go there because there's drugs involved. Then obviously he's trying to control your life. No, I'm just safeguarding you because then he might do something daft. Like, I don't know, come back and drive under the influence of drugs with our daughter in a car. And then have your friends remove text messages from my phone, which you can do quite easily because it's your bloody contracts, to try and stop the fact that it was actually recorded you weren't actually in when you said in your court statement. You didn't come back with chips, you went back out to get them later on. What can I tell you? Like I say, I'm looking forward to having all the details from Eastleigh and the people in Eastleigh written down in statements what they've observed. The phone hacking, the messing into my social media, stopping me from getting emails, stopping their phones from working, stopping Eastleigh free Wi-Fi from working around me, around them, hacking into their own Wi-Fi's, using Wi-Fi jamming technology. It's ridiculous. What other technology do you think they're using? Microwaves, nanowaves. Wonder what they do to the human body. All this, you see, I can keep going over and over. You're just not getting the picture. This is actually what's really happened. It's really been prosecuted in this country. It really is a use of technology that's highly illegal. It's happened in Russia. It's happened in China. CPS are aware of it in this country. What else? What else do you want? She sat in Acre Court apparently getting on lives, but still going off with people that are involved in drugs all the time around children. I'm wrong for not wanting my kids near drugs. I accept the fact that drugs nowadays are a part of the way the world works. But for me, safeguarding my children until they're grown adults, and then if they make that choice, they make that choice. Isn't that what parents are supposed to do, to safeguard our children? But no, my biggest crime apparently was wanting to spend time with my wife and kids rather than going out with my mates and being a wreckhead and all the rest of it. How dare I do that? How dare I carry on despite the harassment we were doing? Well, we were going through, sorry. And my wife say, well, you know, you should just get on with your life and not being harassed. Well, I got on with my life, became a national record holder, multi-time. Started to get myself back together, damaged myself, injured myself, rehabilitated myself, got myself back on my degree, left my home for a week, then came back because I made a mistake doing that because it wasn't the way to deal with the harassment that was going on, but Sarah Jane didn't want to talk because her friends from the year previously already had their claws into it saying, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. During lockdown, when you feel you can turn up because you're not part of our bubble, and it's not like Sarah Jane's parents who actually have illnesses that you could pass along something to Sarah Jane, she could pass it to them, they can end up dead during COVID or anything like that. But I don't know, it's just me grasping at straws, I suppose. Who knows? But yeah, no, I mean, how dare we stop you interfering in our life and doing what you want? Because obviously that's why we married each other, for you to control our lives. The only person who's been controlled and coerced is Sarah Jane, but not by me. The only person who's been abused is Sarah Jane, but not by me. The only person who abused our children was Sarah Jane by grooming them along with her friends who were abusing all of our family. And feeling that that's some sort of acceptable thing based on the fact that apparently the reason we moved to Acre Court, which is a massive file like that, which I'm happy to have read in front of the court, the national papers and everywhere, is apparently not real. Then we weren't moved to Acre Court, Sarah Jane. Apparently we still live in 619 Tadger Close, next door to where all the trouble started. Guess I'm wrong. So you're not really seeing this. Apparently, obviously, I must have a blue telephone box and travel through time now, eh? That's funny, that, isn't it? I said the same thing to a police shrink after being removed and held illegally for a longer period of time. Where apparently I said I was a member of the British Special Forces. I have that written on paperwork as well, which is quite amusing. Because I was never in the army and everyone knows that about me. Was I offered to go and train and work with MI5 for a couple of years? Yeah. Had I applied to MI5 20 years previously and made it through various tests, etc.? Yes. Is this all fact that Sarah Jane can back up? Yes. But obviously, as I've said, I'm Doctor Who, and obviously I'm going to jump back in my TARDIS now and bugger off to Gallifrey or wherever else in the world. Or the universe or whatever, because apparently I don't live in this one in reality. Oh wait, no I do. All of you don't seem to want to do that in Andover, do you, Sarah Jane? Fun. Yeah. What was that famous quote? When a good man goes to war. I've been at war with everyone, and yet I didn't do anything, I didn't start it, and all I wanted was a peaceful resolution, and that never happened. And I had to get us moved very fast. Ask yourself, Sarah Jane, why suddenly I know where I got us moved even faster than we were trying to, considering we weren't happy there for years. That might be one for you to ponder. See you soon.